Hi, I am not an appliance repairman. However, I am the owner of a GE washing machine that was overfilling. And I want to shoot this quick little video to help anybody else out who finds herself in this position who might be at the end of their rope, like I was a few hours ago. You're going to go online. You're going to see a lot of things about checking the pressure switch. Now, the pressure switch lives up in the air at the end of this line. This hose is connected to this little bubble down here on the side of your washing machine. I've most commonly seen that referred to as an air dome. So what happens is your washing machine starts to fill with water. Water begins to fill up. As it fills up, water comes in at the bottom of the air dome. It forces air into this section of the dome, and that forces air into this tube. When the air reaches a certain pressure in this tube, it's going to trip a switch that's going to tell your washing machine to stop filling this drum. Now, if that's not working properly, your machine's going to overfill, it's going to run all over the floor, you're going to have a huge mess. So, a lot of the things that you're going to see are going to say to check the pressure switch. And what I was doing is checking the pressure switch and finding that it worked just fine, but I was still having a problem with the machine overfilling. So what I discovered is the air dome can fill with gunk. So you can see here the bottom of the air dome is dark. That's where it was filled with lint and all sorts of gunk from the 5 years of use that I've been putting this washing machine to. So there is no good way to clean this thing because it's attached to the side of the drum. This does not come off. I know it looks like it's supposed to, it doesn't. So here's what I was able to do. I looked online, I found a number of people asking the question, but nobody giving a really good response. One gentleman spoke about putting a piece of wire in and wriggling it around, pipe cleaners, trying to dump white vinegar in there to dissolve it. I was this close to calling a repairman because I had no idea what to do. So, the first thing you need to do is go through all your other options. Make sure that it's not the pressure switch. Now, I know that this was not the pressure switch because we're going to start the cycle here. So, water is going into the washing machine. I'm going to pull the end of this off, and I'm going to blow into this end of the tube. Did you hear that? The water stopped filling. So the switch works. It's not a matter of the switch not working. Now what would happen is the water would continue to fill way past the level that it should be, all the way up to here, and that switch would never trip. So the issue was that air was not getting in here, water was not draining, there was gunk, it was clogged up, and the opening wasn't allowing water in or out. So I'm going to stop the washer here for a second. Alright, that should kill the cycle. The motor's going to go on for a second. Excuse me. So, like I said, I tried sticking wire down in there, all sorts of things. Here's what I found. Good old can of compressed air for your computer that you can buy at any, home office store, etc. So, you take the tube off, and I found that the nozzle end, right there, fit perfectly inside. It fits right down, there we go. It fits right down inside the air dome. Blasted a couple times, and it blew all the gunk right out of there. I wish I could demonstrate that, but I've already cleaned it. So, I hope this helps. I don't want you to get to the end of your rope the way I did without any information out there. So again, if your pressure switch works and you are still getting an overfill, if everything else checks out on your machine, check to see if the air dome is full of gunk and clean it out. The method I used was compressed air from a can. Hope this helps.